Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tres Jolie channel, and I am happy to say that I am back with Tres Jolie. I had a little hiatus, but I am back and getting ready to work on a project with the Cards, Tags, and More kit. And I'm just going to go over real quick everything that's in here. There was this little graphic 45 tag and pocket album. Super cute. Most of the work is done. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, like 12 pages in here. Some of them are pockets. It has tags in it in a few spots. I currently have one of them pulled out. Some pre-made pockets there. And this is going to be my first project, which is going to be my kit only project. And I'm going to go over the rest here. There is the Sir Vagabond 8x8 paper stack from Stamperia. Some Prima flowers. I don't think that these are going to go on this project, so I'm going to set them off to the side. Some steampunk butterflies here. I'm thinking I'll probably get one of them on this project. Some Tres Jolie chipboard gears, which one or two of them will probably end up here, probably. And then 4 resin clock faces. So that's where I am right now. And I'm going to get my papers ready and picked out, and I'm going to cut them down to size. I'll leave a bit of a border around. Now, if you read the package, it tells you that this is a 4" by 5" album. So that's this right here. So I'm going to cut down, you know, let me see, I have my little ruler. How big of a, yeah, I'll just take it in a 1/4 inch. So it'll be, I'll cut 3 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches for the fronts and the backs and the insides. These pages, the total size of the pages are 3.5 by 4.5 inches. So the paper to cover them, I will do 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I'll do the same thing on these. You get the idea. And I'm going to try something. Hopefully I'll be able to work it out on my Silhouette software for my tags. If I do, I'll try to screen record that and explain what I'm doing as I do that. So I'll have that, and then I'll need to cut a piece for the spine, which the spine is let's see here, about 2 inches here, not counting where the bends are, so the solid looking part, if that makes sense. And it is, well, 5 inches. I don't know why I measured that. So it's a 2-inch spine. So then I'll cut 1 3/4 by 4 3/4, And I'm also going to try to work this in. I want to try to get it so that it's tight against this, which I will probably also be having to do with my my scanner and my silhouette. So I'll try to put that in there and screen record and explain kind of how I'm doing that. Now I use Silhouette, so I have the Silhouette software. I don't have a Cricut, so I don't have the ability to test it out for a Cricut and Design Space. We'll see how it goes. But at any rate, I'll probably also be able to save it as like a PDF, something you could print out and trace if you had to. That's what I'm thinking right now. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to go through this paper pack and pick out which ones I want for this little album. Think of what I'm going to do. Probably also be separating, because I will want some of these, I will want to save these papers for my other two projects I'll be doing this month. But I do want this one to be focused on kit only. So I won't be adding anything from my stash, but I will probably talk about other options you could do if you have it handy. And when I come back, I will put everything together for you. Okay, I have decided I kind of really want to work on this in stages. Just for paper conservation, because I'm kind of separating the paper, like setting some off for my other projects this month that I really want. I have other plans for, well, also working on this. I don't want to get carried away too much and maybe cut something I won't need. So I'm going to start right now with my cover. And while I kind of talk, I'm going to kind of make sure that this is flowing. I have picked out two of my papers here, or my two papers that I'm using for the cover and for the spine. And I even have the measurements so that I can tell you. This one, let me put it together. This paper here will be like this, and there, didn't cut all the way through, sort of like that. And get these out of the way. And this paper I used for, these will come together here and here, and that is my spine. So you can kind of see how I made it so it kind of wraps like so. I'm going to open this up flat, kind of line it up so you can see kind of how it transfers like this. This file I will put on the blog, because I did make it so that it was a real nice clean cut out around the shape of this bracket. And for these, everything is 4 3/4 inches tall, and these two ends here are 1 3/4 inches, and these two pieces are 2 inches wide. So that's what those are. So I'm gonna glue these parts on real quick, and then start looking through and deciding what papers I'm going to need to use for the inside pages, and I do want to pick something out for my inside cover. I am going to explain what's going on right now. I'm going to start work on, well, I'm going to cut out one of these papers for the inside covers here, and I'm going to start working on covering these pages up. Some of them are going to be full sheets like so, and if I'm for the ones that are going to be full like this, I cut them 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inches. So that's what those measurements are. Some pieces I may kind of piece together using these cards, these labels, and piece them together here, maybe piece them together on the pocket pages, maybe just put a piece on the top part and then one of the phrases or tags on the bottom. And even this could be used in some areas as filler strips. Basically, I really want to try to use up as many scraps as I can all together before cutting into new sheets. So that's what I'm going to work on. And then when I get all of my pages covered, and when I get this covered, then I will come back and maybe point out a few details or measurements that may not, be too obvious. I mean, the overall size on the non-pocket pages would be 4 1/4 by 3 1/2, or 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, to make up the same size area. And these I just might mix up together. We'll see how everything works out. Alright, I have all of the pages covered here, and I'm not going to add any paper to the tags. I thought about it, but I'm not going to. I was going to do something like this with them. I actually made a cut file to kind of go with them, but I think I'll just save it, or save the cut file. This makes a cute little travel folder. Has a good travel theme with it. And so you could put pictures on here. Either just cut them in the rectangle, or in a rectangle to go on, or cut them in this shape. I'll put this up here, or I'll put this cut file, well, it'll probably be a JPEG, a picture, on the blog post. if you wanted, if you have pictures that you would want to cut out in that shape. But for now, I'm just going to leave the tags blank. I have these here. You still have these pockets here, which can be used to hold any, you know, say ticket stubs or any memorabilia like that. I added a couple of fold outs, focusing on that one sheet of paper that has lines on it, and then folded it up so that that can be written on. And a lot of places here that you can stick your own memorabilia on, write notes on, really whatever you want to add to it. And then I just picked one of the tags to stick in here that just says some beautiful paths can't be cut or can't be discovered without getting lost. I really probably should have put my glasses on to read that, but so that's where this is at right now. It's really almost done, and like I said, this is I'm keeping to just kit only, but if you have it, you could put some twine, strings, lace on these tags. So I'm just going to add in a few little touches here. One on the cover, which it's going to be, I'm going to use this little compassy looking thing, sundial looking, one of those resin pieces from the kit, and probably this little This Way to an Adventure tag that came, and put it on here something like this, you know, somewhere, something like so. Just a little something extra on the front. Now these I can put on with my glue. For this, because it is kind of hefty, I will use some matte gel to really make sure that it gets on there good. But I want to do that last because I'll have to set this to dry so it doesn't slide around. But I will start by adding in, or adding these on real quick here. Just a little glue, plop it on, get my bone folder somehow. Oh, there it is. Get my bone folder to push those edges down, especially the edges that would be out here. And then I want to see for sure how I'm going to be putting that. Just so for placement. There we go. I want to kind of hold this in place at one corner, just so it will stay where I want it, or so I can keep it where I want it while I get this glue on here, and then straighten it back out. Good Lord. There we go. That glue grabbed a hold real quick. And then this will come down here like so. When I get to that part, like I said, I do want it to be last just because it is heavy and it'll have to sit there for that to set up. Now, I really, of all the pages that I had cut up for this one specifically for this project, this is what I have left. That's not the whole pack. I'm just going to kind of show. I did put some pages aside, and I had cut this fella out at the beginning, but these are for my, it'd probably be the next project. It'll be one of the projects this month. I think it'll probably show up on the next project. And I'm just going to set some more aside. And I actually think, so that this has lots of space for you to stick down your own memorabilia, I am going to leave this now how it is. Yeah, I'm going to leave this now how it is. Just ready to go. You know, things are starting to pick up a little bit in the world. People hopefully be getting able back to travel soon. And set these aside. And here's my measurements. I'll add these to the blog post. When I type it up, I'll put the measurements on there, and I'll put the cut files, the tag for if you want it in the future, and the cut file that I had made, so that there would be a nice clean finish around that bracket on the spine. Here, I'll hold this up real quick, see if it'll, you can see there. Alright, so I'm going to put this on and set it off to dry. Oh, in addition, that was what I was going to say, in addition to if you wanted to add some twine or ribbon or lace on your tags, I would probably just find some kind of ribbon or something I could use as a closure. I can't think of what I'm really thinking. I'll be right back. And I'm just going to grab up what I'm talking about. This type of material, just this herringbone, you could have incorporated it as a closure, or you can get it and wrap it around. Those are just ideas, but I wanted this to be the kit only project, so I didn't add them on it itself. So thank you for joining me here at Tres Jolie. I'm glad to be back. I hope you enjoyed this project and it gave you some ideas of what can be done with the items that are found in this month's Cards, Tags, and More kit. And I will see you again soon.